We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 38. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mariota now. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Get a 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. But oftentimes, your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Walker with a grab, left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
He will push his way down to about the 14. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Mariota now on second down. And this is incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mariota. And he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They're going to look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Fournette, a first down carry. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Detroit!
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. And defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. Room here to run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where a running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
They go play action here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Bryant has it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
play fake here on first down. And this will be caught. It's Matthews for the Tennessee touchdown. Rashard Matthews, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Lucky 56.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second down, Mariota. Tough to bring Bryant down, and that is incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mariota now from the 50. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Mariota now to throw on first down. Left side, caught by Matthews. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the red zone now, Mariota. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota again. And Davis has it over the middle. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And Suckup will put this one right through. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Mariota now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Dumps it off to Fournette. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Twisting away. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
To throw is Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Peterson. A great return there of 22 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those.
And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Telvin Smith. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Throwing is Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. On the return is Peterson. Good blocking there and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He's going to float this one deep right. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Back now in Nashville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Fournette proven to be even more dangerous this year than as a rookie, as the Jags come up 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Leonard Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Mariota. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Mariota gives to Henry, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
17 yards on that play for the Titans. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Lee's got it over the middle. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. They go play action here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game.